So I actually had a set of school exams at the start of 2020, and I had scaled down my operations in advance for those exams. And when COVID came about, those exams were cancelled, which meant that I had the opportunity to scale my company up right then and there. So my name is Lawrence Moss. I'm 16 years old and I live in the United Kingdom.
Moss had to wait until he turned 16 to legally file to become a business director in the UK.
We manage influencer marketing campaigns for brands. It's predominantly B2C, so business to consumer brands that are selling a product. And we also do things like community growth and management, and also paid advertising on the Facebook and Instagram platforms.
The team also had to research banks that would allow someone under the age of 18 to open a business account.
When I was 13, I became really interested in communities online. So whether that be digital communities across YouTubers and how their own fans sort of interact with each other. And I decided that I was going to launch my own communities. So I started travel Instagram pages and meme Instagram pages. And this eventually developed into Greedy Growth, which is the marketing agency that I own now. And I launched that at the age of 14 at the start of 2019.
Moss prides himself in figuring out things on his own.
I'm quite lucky in the sense that my parents don't really mind me running a business. Neither of them are entrepreneurs or have a sort of business background. So, luckily I haven't had any sort of involvement from them, and it's allowed me to be quite independent, which is quite nice. But yeah, they're supportive of me, which is nice.
In 2020, the 16-year-old's exams were canceled due to COVID. The team decided to focus his newfound spare time on growing his business.
We could just basically pick the industries where the companies were thriving during COVID. So for example, e-commerce businesses were thriving. Obviously we saw sort of brick and mortar retail businesses going down and online shopping went up. So we really kind of took advantage of that.
The extra free time proved profitable for Moss. His former hobby began to look more like a business.
So since launching Greedy Growth, we've worked with more than 30 different brands. Most of them are B2C businesses. And in 2020, we turned over just over £25,000, which is about $30,000. We're aiming to quadruple this number in 2021.
To hit his six-figure projections, Moss sourced contract workers on gig websites like Upwork. Greedy Growth typically has up to 4 employees on contract at any given time.
As a teenager, I have the time in the morning and I have the time in the evening to kind of work on the business. And when I wanted to scale it, this obviously becomes a problem because I can't be in different places throughout the day. So what I was forced to do from day one is essentially build a remote team and delegate the tasks that I didn't need to be doing 24/7. So if I could have somebody else managing client relations throughout the day, and it kind of freed up a little bit more of my time.
Moss says that the key to Greedy Growth's success comes from his choice to work on something he already did in his free time.
I think that it's about finding something that you're extremely interested in and you're doing anyway without making money from it. So for example, at the start, I was building communities without the intention of making money. And it was actually probably about a year before I even started making any money. And I think because I already had those interests and I was doing it not for the money originally, it made it a lot easier to sort of make money when I wanted to turn that hobby, that passion into profit.
While Moss continues to scale Greedy Growth, the team knows that he might face a tough decision when it comes time to start college.
I'm really going to see where this kind of takes me. I'm not going to make any decisions on whether I kind of want to go to university right now. I think it's going to be something that I'm going to have to decide kind of later on and see where Greedy Growth is at then. But definitely I have intentions of scaling Greedy Growth and seeing where it can go.
Invest in you. Ready, set, grow. CNBC and Acorns.